Hey guys, it's Philly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. We've got another crazy roller coaster to go on because Trisha Paytas came out with a video titled Tati. And in this video, honestly, she's taking Shane's side, and she did say at the beginning of the video that she doesn't support any of the stuff that has come out recently about him, but she's still gonna stand by him as a friend. And obviously this whole video is totally taking a giant dump on Tati, but what I found most interesting is that Trisha seems like she's completely done with this Jeffree star. In the beginning of the video, she confirmed that all the DMs that have come out about her talking with one of Jeffree star's friends about the Vegas trip, in which Jeffree was talking bad about someone behind their back, making fun of their skin, making fun of their weight. Trisha confirmed yes, that was her, and Jeffree also made her feel so badly by talking about her in such a way that she did leave Vegas and that entire Valentine's Day trip early because of him. And this confirmation just really truly seemed to me like they were not as close as we all probably thought that they were. And she even said that because she said she wasn't going to be addressing Jeffree because she's closer with Shane. And that truly just took me by surprise entirely, especially since I feel like a couple days ago, she was kind of denying that that ever happened. So for her to come out about this is absolutely crazy. She literally says at 8 minutes and 59 seconds, I am no longer a Jeffree Star fan.
This is just crazy to see. And like I said, I am no longer a huge Jeffree Star fan.
You guys, what? This is absolutely insane, but she is definitely saying some things about Tati and making it seem like, why did you say you were manipulated to make this video? You're your own woman. You can decide to do whatever you want. You should be the one that gets taken down because you're the one that calls James Charles a predator, all this stuff. Now, Tati said in her video that in Bye Sister, she never actually used the word predator in reference with James Charles. Obviously, it was very insinuated because she was talking very much heavily about how James Charles was talking to straight men, trying to turn them into wanting to be with him. And that insinuated a lot of predatory behavior. And Jeffree was actually the one that said he was a predator and that he was a danger to society. I felt as though rewatching Bye Sister, Tati really just wanted to get the message across to James, and he wasn't going to get the message in person, although it definitely should have been a private conversation. It should have never been posted. But from the energy I was getting from her video, it seemed more like this was her last option to get through to him, and that the goal of her video was to be like, this is really wrong and you need to fix it before it is really bad. Obviously, at the end of the day, Bye Sister should have never been posted. That's clear. I'm not supporting Bye Sister at all. That is not what I'm saying. I don't think that Tati believed at the time that her intentions of posting Bye Sister was going to ruin James Charles like it did during that period of time. But I think what she's explaining now is that that's something that she should have realized. And also she should have realized that Jeffree and Shane, that was their goal. That was their goal, to take down their competitor. She's thinking that they wanted him out of the way for Shane's Morphe launch as well as his merch collection. So she feels like she was making that video saying, this is what's going on. This is really bad. James, you need help. You need to change. You've been doing this, this, and this. Tati did set up the scene to make James look very bad. And I don't think that she was coming from a malicious place 100%. I think it definitely came off that way. I definitely think the video did make it seem that way. But I think in her heart of her mom mentality towards James Charles, she really thought that she was doing this because there was no other way to reach out to him because his ego had gotten so big. Now, this is all just what I'm thinking she felt at the time. This is not me defending her. Bye Sister is an awful video. It should have never been made. I was super uncomfortable rewatching it. It was just so rude, so bad. No, But this is just what I believe her actual intent was and why she's telling this story now. Honestly, in your own friend groups, guys, if you hear something negative about someone and you and your friend group are talking about it, you're hyped up and you're ready to go and talk about them and confront them and all this stuff. And you feel more empowered and you're going to have your back taken care of because all these people are going to come and defend you when things hit the fan. And that's exactly how Tati felt because Jeffree was telling her things like the victims are going to come out, they're going to speak out, the receipts are going to be shown. And when that never happened, she looked really, really bad. And she wanted to be like, hey, at the end of the day, I know I really messed up, because Tati did own up. This was not her being like, it wasn't all me. She did take accountability here. She did say that, you know, she should have known better not to trust these people. She shouldn't have made the video. This is the biggest regret of her entire life. She did own up. I don't think this is a video that she made because she wants forgiveness. I think this is a video that she needed to make to put out there for closure, not only for herself, but also James Charles, because she said that they spoke privately about what really went down during Dramageddon, and the truth needed to come out. I mean, truthfully, up until about a month ago, it wasn't even rumored that Shane had any involvement in Dramageddon or the takedown of James Charles, other than just being Jeffree Star's cameraman for a whole year. We had no idea he was this involved up until Cam said he heard Shane Dawson talking smack about James Charles on the phone with Jeffree in February, 3 months prior. That's when people started to speculate all of this stuff. She said her and James have been waiting since December to tell their side of the story, that they were waiting for the right time. And I think that right time is because people are finally going to believe her when she's saying that Shane had a part in this. Because honestly, if she had told us this back in January, I don't know how many people would have believed her when she said that Shane offered to edit By Sister and edit the thumbnail for her. Everyone would have been like, no way, that's not Shane at all. But now people are more inclined to believe that. Obviously, I'm not believing everything 100%. I'm still trying to keep my eyes open. There's a lot of stuff that we just don't know about. I feel like there's Jane's side, Tati's side, Jeffree's side, Shane's side, and the truth. So I'm obviously just trying to observe everything. But I think, you know, people comparing what she said in By Sister to what she said now is kind of a little bit more like she has realized the manipulation. She's obviously going to be talking a little bit differently than she was at the time when people were feeding her all this information about victims, about stories, and she was angry at James. She is able to look at everything with clear eyes and really tell us what actually went down, who was involved, and why things happened the way that they did. Honestly, it's very clear that Trisha is very loud about everything that she comes out about. She is actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, making some good points in this video. And, you know, the points that she did make were that if Jeffree comes out with all this stuff, everybody better buckle up and own their stuff and let's move on. Then nobody should be living in fear. Obviously, it's really terrible that Jeffree has blackmail on absolutely everyone in the freaking beauty community, apparently. But the fact that Trisha is out here like, just let him release it so we can all move on and get on with our lives, and just don't talk bad about people, don't be a bad person, don't say that stuff, vow to do better, and let's freaking move on from all of this stuff. Like, don't be a bad person and you won't get in trouble. I feel like, wow, I'm kind of agreeing with Trisha. What is going on? I definitely didn't like that Tati said that, you know, when Jeffree releases all this stuff, if he ever does, that we should automatically just forgive all of these people for what they have done just because they have been held with this over their head for so long. But the truth is, we don't know what was said. And Trisha even said this, you know, we don't know what they did, we don't know what they said, and how are we automatically going to forgive them? What if they actually are that person, or what if they actually haven't changed or anything like that? So I'm not going to automatically forgive people just because they have had this been like held over their head. If it's really bad, like really, really bad, it's a lot to ask of people, but you know, I guess we will see. Later on in the video, Trisha goes into some more detail about why her and Jeffree are no longer friends. And she details what happened on this Vegas trip that we have heard so much about, I guess. And on this trip, she bought a Balenciaga bag, and Jeffree also got her a gift. During this trip, Jeffree and friends ditched Trisha, and they all went out one night, and she stayed back at the hotel. And when she went to go get her camera out of the bag from the gift that he gave her, he said that he gave it to Rich Lux. And she did admit that she was scared to come forward and talk about Jeffree, just like I freaking said in my title a couple of videos ago, you guys. Like, she really is scared, and she tried to pretend she wasn't, and now she's coming out and she's saying that she was. I really wonder if Jeffree is going to actually come out and give all these receipts, especially if Trisha is out here saying it's a possibility he's got stuff on people. And the fact that so many people are scared of Jeffree blows my mind. Like, this man, this reputation, I'm sure he's so proud of it too, but he's so silent. And I wonder, because Trisha is not down for this friendship anymore. About a week ago, Shane was still calling Jeffree family. So what does this mean? Is Shane still talking to Jeffree? Like, is he getting a text back, or is he getting ghosted right now? Because Jeffree is trying to avoid this as hard as possible. And yeah, I don't know. This is crazy. And I can't believe Trisha is involving herself. But anyways, I had to give you guys the update that Trisha has come out and said her and Jeffree are no longer BFFs like we were all played to think that they were. So let me know what you guys think about that, and maybe anything that you guys think about the whole Tati situation, what Tati said in her video. This is nuts. I love you guys. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.